What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Learning 101. It is Wednesday, May 29th, a little after 11:30 a.m. Wicked, awesome, wild day in the stock market. Just these low cap stocks just exploding today. I told you guys all yesterday that SOLY was going to bring hype into the small cap world. We're going to see a lot of stocks just explode, and that's exactly what happened. You can predict emotions. You really can. SOLY yesterday went from $5.70 all the way up to a high of almost $15. After hours, this was hitting a high of $22. Today, it hit a high of $29. Look at that. That's opportunity right there. These are life-changing moves if you're a trader. And it'll happen again. This is why we study the past, and you just capitalize on when this stuff happens. Because, like Timothy Sykes says, human nature never changes. That's why we study the past. It'll happen again. SOLY, right out of the gates, starts trending down. All pre-market, it was just in a range from $18.50 up to $22. Opens up at the top part of its range here at $22, gets a pullback halfway to $20, and from $20 it just rips and explodes up $9. Beautiful moves on SOLY. I traded SOLY once. I made, it was like $125. Hold on. Let me get my marker here. But SOLY had its move up to $29, comes right back down to this 25 level, gets another nice bounce up to 27, a $2 bounce right there. And you gotta be careful. It's same thing like with BPTH. As soon as a stock crosses over $20, that's when a stock can start moving a couple dollars at a time. You don't have to catch the big move. You can catch a slight pullback when it's in a range for a couple dollar profit. So I let this come all the way down. It drops below VWAP right here, and then it comes to this $22 level, and it got a nice bounce up to $23.50. Comes back down to $22 again. That's when I got in right here. I got in at 22, rode it up to 23. Only 200 shares. I made a quick $125 right there. So it comes right back down to 22, and then it rips up to $25. So it just goes to show you there's opportunity. You just gotta be patient and wait for your plays. I only took a little tiny piece of a move right here out of all this that happened. All this. I only took a little piece, and I'm happy with that. As long as I'm able to pull money out of the market every day, and I got a strategy that works for me, then that's awesome. That's what I look for. That's how you develop consistency. You don't need to get FOMO and chase something up when it's having a big run like that. Let it come down. Let it set up patterns that you're familiar with. But then after it had this run up here to the VWAP and it came back down to this 22 level, look at that just big death candle it had right here. And it surged right through that support and ran right into a halt. Opens up and then just sells all the way down to, what is that, $19. And then from 19, got a bounce up to 20, back down to 19, back up to 20, back down to 19, back up to 20. Right there, you could have scalped this all right here. And then it finally broke through that 19 level, and then it acted as resistance, and then it fell off. Made a new low here at 18, and starts grinding back up to 19 where old support was. You see how these stocks move? They move in stages, and you just gotta observe, put the pieces together, and even if you're able to take a little slice of this huge pie right here, and you're able to pull money out of the market, to me, that's a successful trader. Every day, what I look for, I'm not looking for home runs. I'm looking for base hits. I'm looking for base hits, doubles. If I can make a couple $100 a day, at the end of the week, that's an extra grand, couple grand in my pocket. Why take huge risks going all in and potentially blowing up your account when you could just all day just take the easy plays right here? To me, those are easy plays right there. You can even see it. I just want to keep talking about SOLY. You could see it right there, putting it together. It opens up right here, finds resistance right here at 22. All right here. And even pre-market, that's where it kept running up to. Let me zoom out. Look at this. All pre-market, I already marked it out. All pre-market, it kept topping out at 22. 22. And then it finally blew through it, ran all the way up here, let it sell off, come all the way back down. Look at where it perfectly bounced off of. All of where it made the highs here pre-market. And then got a nice bounce up. And then it surged through that level, let it sell down, and look at where it perfectly bounced at. Where it was making all these lows pre-market. Boom, right there. That's patience paying off at its best right there. Sometimes you don't realize it until the end, but when you look at these charts, just really focus in and look at these charts. Break these charts down. This is what you want to do as a trader. Break these charts down, draw your lines out like I have them drawn right here, and take a screenshot of these charts. Study these charts, because these setups will happen again. And then we got ELTK. ELTK is a recent runner from the past. If I pull up the daily here, this ran not too long ago. Right here. But it couldn't hold its gains. This was back in May 16th is when it ran last time. So ELTK is gapping up. They put out positive earnings. That's what they're gapping up on. Their float is under 1 million. It's a nano float stock. And here's another great example of looking at the past. So if we go and look at the 15-minute real quick. The last time it spiked, right here, it topped out at $3.10. And it pulled back to $2.60. This is the importance of going back and looking at history. The last time it spiked, it topped out at $3.10. It pulled back to $2.60. Let's fast forward to today. Pre-market, where did this top out at? $3.10. When it pulled back, what did it pull back to? $2.60. Pulled back perfectly to where it did last time. Market opens, it opens at the top part of its range, pulls back to 260, 260 holds. I took a position right here because I seen 260s holding. I'm going off of the history, and from 260, this got a nice ramp up to $3, and I sold it. Got a little pullback, and then it exploded through $3. And then it ran all the way up to $6.75. I missed all of that move right there. I only took this little move right there. That's what I took. I made a quick $200 on that. I missed all of that. And then this thing pulls back down. Mental area, $5. You can even see it was resistance right there. Old resistance is holding as support. And from 5, this just ramped all the way up to $6.75. $1.75 rip. Look at that. That's awesome. Pulls right back down. Look at where it bounces at. $5. $5 gets in a range from 5 to 570. And then finally breaks out of that range and runs up to 650. It's just awesome breaking down these charts and just seeing how they confine to old support, old resistance. Right there, old resistance is now holding as support right there. But like something like that. So now 570 is holding as support. And now what? $6.30 is holding as resistance. But it's going back to what I was saying. These stocks move in stages. From support to resistance. Resistance, support. That's why I like to just rely on price action and basic support and resistance. Alright, so what else did we have today? We had TCCO was popping up from 380 up to 440, hitting a high of $5. VLRX going from, remember VLRX from way back here when it had this 6-6 sell-off? Today it goes from $2.80, hits a high of $4.50. This is why you keep an eye on stocks that were recent movers. This set up, I think, pretty well. It had its sell-off all right here. It bottomed out right here. Resistance was right here at $3. Bottomed right here at 225. Came all the way up to 3. From 3 to 350. Look at that. And then 3 became support. And from 3 it ripped up to 350. That's breaking it down right there. So you see, let's look at this on a different time frame. That's a little bit better. So, beautiful example. Beautiful example. $3 right here. $3 was resistance right there, resistance right there, and resistance all right here. It finally broke through that $3 resistance. It's got a range of 50 cents to 350. Put that resistance line right there. When this came down, where was it bouncing off of? It's bouncing off of old resistance. Old resistance is now holding as support. So $3 rips up to 350 right there. Gets a little pullback to 325 and then blows through 350. And now it's starting to pull back down to that 350 level. That's how you break down stocks. That's trading 101 right there. This is a perfect chart right there. Old resistance becomes support. It's got a range of 50 cents. VLRX, great move today. We also had RWLK. Look at that. This is on a 5-minute. Let me go to the 1-minute. RWLK gaps up to a high of 425, sells all the way down to $3. And look at that ascending wedge. Broke out of that ascending wedge, found resistance at the VWAP, 345, and then boom, explodes up to $4. RWLK. This is like an easy money play right here. This is like having the chart up and watching it, seeing this wedge form, and it just got momentum. Traders were watching this. And look at that volume come in all right there when this started to break out from that descending wedge. From 3 to 350, and then 350 up to 4. That's awesome. PDSB was on watch too. It really didn't do much. PDSB is also a recent runner from the past. From back here in May 15th, it ran up to $9.50, came down to $6. It's like making a great U-shape. Look at that. When I'm looking at charts and a stock has a huge spike like that, and when it's selling off, what I like to look for is it to start to bottom. And PDSB did like a perfect bottom here at like $6, a rounding bottom. Let it sell off, let it start to stabilize, get that rounding bottom. Traders start to see it, and it just gets momentum and moves its way on up. From $6 up to almost $8. Come on, that's a $2 move. That's an awesome. I mean, all these charts I'm showing you guys are just straight up awesome. All these charts. And all these charts were on watch. I only played ELTK and SOLY. It just goes to show you how many plays are out there. And then BSGM. Look at this on a 10-minute. See, because this BSGM, look at that. It went sideways here and then ramped up. And then it sold down, making lower highs and lower lows. And then from 650, gets a great bounce. I've been seeing this happen a lot lately. JMIA was a recent one where a stock had this level and it would ramp up and then it would sell all the way down. And look at where it bounced at from its original spot. And from its original spot, it's a nice rip up. JMIA had a similar chart. So did another one. Let me show you guys real quick. Because JMIA is a newer IPO. See, here's the chart on JMIA. This is the area where it opened. It ramped up, and then it sold down. And look at where it bounced at. Right there. Great bounce right there. Came back down. Pretty much bounced in the same area and ripped up. This is why it's important to be here every day to observe what happens. You'll see stuff happen, and when you see it happen again, you'll be like, oh yeah, that happened with that stock and that stock from 3 weeks ago. You start to notice patterns. And when I see people and hear people say, I'm new to the stock market, I want to learn, that's why I always say you just got to put that screen time in, and you just got to be here every day and study, and you'll start to pick up the market and get a feel for it. But I'm telling you guys, these market recaps that I do for you guys, I even know it. They're the best. No one's got anything on my market recaps. I break it down so simple, and oh my goodness, I blow myself away sometimes. SOLY, trying to reclaim $20. ELTK. And I want to give you guys a tip real quick. So every day I put out a market recap, and in the descriptions I put the tickers that were hot for that day. So when you're on the weekend and you want to study, what you want to do is get the Thinkorswim platform. Get the Thinkorswim platform, go to the on-demand feature, go to my page. I put a market recap out every single day. Look at the days, look at the tickers I have in the descriptions, and just go back in time and look at how these stocks traded and practice. That's what you can do on the weekends to improve and work on your game. But ELTK, what a monster today. Right when it broke from that $3 level, it just ripped up to $6.75. Look at that. Talk about FOMO. So OBLN's going crazy as well. Hold on. OBLN going from 72 cents up to $1.50. See what I'm saying? FOMO's in the market. All it took was for one stock to just explode and have an awesome day yesterday. SOLY. We've seen it happen with BPTH too. When BPTH started heating up and exploding, it's like all these low floats out of nowhere just started going crazy, because it's like I say, when a trader sees a stock and he wasn't in the market that day and it exploded from $5 up to $15, the first thing he's looking at is, wow, look at how much money I could have made all right here. I'm not going to miss tomorrow's play. So the first thing that pops off tomorrow, I'm all over it. I'm going to chase it, and I'm going to make money. And that's when you'll see 8, 10 stocks all rip. And look at today. We had ELTK, SOLY with the continuation, TCCO, VLRX, RWLK, BSGM, PDSB a little bit, and even Plug, I think. No, Plug was just a gap and crap. OBLN was another one. Hold on. No, what was it? OBLN, yeah. I don't know why it isn't popping up. But hopefully you are all having a great trading day. For 2 days in a row now, 2 green days, I'll take it. Up $300 on the day. Trade in SOLY. Just very, very small on a bounce. From 22 up to 23. And playing ELTK right before it had just this major, major move. When a stock breaks from a level like that and starts ripping and ripping and ripping, I can't break my rules and chase something like that because that just develops bad habits. Me personally, I like to let it run and run and run and run, let it top out, and then let it sell off and put its bottom in. And look at where it bounced at. $5, old resistance. Boom, nice $1.70 pop right there in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes. Patience pays in this game. Patience pays. I'm 3 years into doing this and I'm still not perfect. I'm still developing and building my playbook as I go. But like I said, hopefully you guys are all having a great trading day. Make sure you guys like that video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber already. And if you're a dedicated trader, head on over to the Discord group. It's in the description down below. But I think that's going to wrap it up as we're hitting noon now on May 29th, Wednesday. But alright guys, that's going to be it. Till next time, have that patience, have that discipline, and study, study, study as always. Later everyone.